first fueling of the day. Changed my eating times just a little bit, so I'm only going to eat 3 of my fuelings at work this school year for this semester. So making a little change to that just because of timings of lunch supervision and those types of things. So we are at 7:30 in the morning and I'm having my waffle. Great hot breakfast. So I totally missed my 10:30 fueling video. I did eat, had a peanut butter bar really quick in my office, and it is now about 1:30 and it's time to eat again. So I brought this to work, my little mini crock pot. And this morning I put in 1 cup of water in here and the chicken noodle soup, and then I just turned it on, and right now it is absolutely perfect. Perfectly done, perfect consistency of chicken noodle soup. So it's been on since, what, 7 o'clock this morning, and it's like 1-ish right now, so it was cold water. So good third fueling, really satisfying lunch. Hi everybody, so it's time for my lean and green, and James is over here making fun of me. We're having a meal, and you know, normally I just shoot what I'm eating, but since I'm shooting what I eat in a day, I'm shooting myself. He keeps sticking his meal over here because there's no vegetables in it. Let me see it here. Look, all he's eating is Polish sausage. That's it. No vegetables at all. That's his dinner tonight. But I am eating healthy, and this is kind of a new love for me. So I've just taken some leftover roasted chicken, some leftover taco meat, and then I've cut up these mini bell peppers, and I just sauteed them in a little olive oil on a hot skillet and put it all together with some cheese over the top, melt over the top, and then it's on a bed of lettuce and a little bit of sour cream, and it is delicious. I had this for the first time last night, and it kind of reminds me of, well, it reminds me a lot of fajitas, like at a Mexican restaurant. It is delicious. Anyway, so decided to go ahead and make up another bowl of it tonight to have for my lean and green, using up the leftovers in the fridge. You know, it's Friday, and I've already got my groceries picked up after school today and my meal plan done for next week's, which I'll share with you in a little bit part of this video as well. But this is my lean and green, and I still have 2 more fuelings for tonight, and we're only at about 4 o'clock on Friday. So after I get done eating my meal, we're gonna go run out into town and go to the bookstore, I believe. And so I'm gonna get a new book to read because I'm almost finished with my other one, and it's gonna be a football weekend for James, so I'm gonna get me a new book to read this weekend. So we're gonna run out to the store after dinner, and then I'll still have 2 fuelings tonight, which that's working really well this week. I like having 2 desserts at nighttime, so that's working well. But it also means that I'm hungry and ready for dinner early. So like, it's hard to wait to even 5 o'clock. So we're eating early. We just got back from running out to the bookstore and to return something, and I forgot to film it, but about 15 minutes ago in the car, I had a bar. So this is my chocolate chip mint bar, and I had it, it was about 6 o'clock, and so I still have 1 fueling left for today. Okay, it is time for my last fueling of the day, and I have made the brownie, but in a little different way. So I put 2 tablespoons of water and 1 tablespoon of egg white and mixed it with the brownie mix, and then I put it in my Dash Mini waffle maker for 1 minute. That's it. And then I've got 2 tablespoons of the PB2 powder mixed with 2 tablespoons of water on top. And I've been having this probably 2 or 3 times in this way this week, and it's really good. So just a different way to make the brownie, which I love and have almost every night, but just a little different way tonight. Well, it is the first Friday of January 2022. And if you remember back from December, I said my goal was to make sure that at the beginning of January 22, I was still under 200 pounds. So you know that last Friday, which was December 31st, I weighed in for accountability purposes to see what I had done over my winter break, and it was not pretty. But I have full faith that I would still be to where I wanted to be for my first Friday weigh-in in January. So that was this morning. So the results were spectacular. I was very happy. I've been back on my 5-in-1 plan all week, and the scale really paid off this morning. So I jumped on the scale this morning and I lost 5.5 pounds this week. So I know that a lot of what I put on over my winter break was water weight, to be quite honest, and water retention from eating wrong and drinking too much and a lot of fluid retention. So it seems like it came back off this week. I was very excited about that. So now we are into January full swing, and I am headed to my goal. So I do have some goals that I'm going to get to this next spring and summer with my weight loss. So I have created a little chart that I'm going to put on the screen here first in just a second for you to look at it closely. But I kind of have a new mantra, so to speak, that I am going to start using for 2022, and that's hashtag 100 pounds lost, because that's where I'm headed. Now, I had never really decided on what my goal weight was going to be. I always had an idea that I'm pretty happy around a certain weight of about 175 pounds. And when I started this journey back on October 27th, 2020, I was at like 267 pounds. Which means if I go to 167, that's going to be a 100-pound weight loss. And so that's where I've decided that I'm going to land. And the reason I'm picking that number to land at, before I say we're going to go through transition and maintenance and reincorporate food groups, is because I want to give myself that cushion from 167 to about 175 for fluctuation. I know that as James has gotten to his goal weight and maintained it now for several months, he still allows himself, he's got about a 3 to 5 pound cushion, and around the holidays, you know, he went up some, but then he's come back down, so he's maintained within that range, and I think it's really important to have a range. So I don't know if ultimately where I'll be content just to live at 175, but I'm going to go ahead and shoot for a 100-pound loss. That'll bring me to 167 pounds, which that's really small for me, I feel like, but I'm going to go ahead and head there anyway. We'll see as I get closer how hard it is to get to that number. I don't know right now, but you can see from the chart that I'm putting up on the screen, I am currently at negative 69 pounds. So I don't have too much further to go to get to hashtag 100 pounds lost. So that's where I'm headed for 2022. And I have full faith that I'm going to get to the weight that I'm setting for myself. And then it's going to be about being at the optimal weight and maintaining, and that'll be a different part of my journey. But right now, this next chapter for the next few months is to focus on the scale going down, continuing with my habits of health, And so for January, I've definitely recommitted and been back on my 5 and 1. And I'm also, I've decided for January, I'm gonna have another dry month. So no alcohol for January, which is a good time for me to say that because it's Friday. And usually if we have wine, it's gonna be on a Friday or a Saturday. But for the month of January, we're not gonna do that. And I say we, I think James is joining me in on that too. He doesn't have to, but I think he is. I know that over Christmas he picked up about 3 pounds, but he said he forgot to weigh this morning, so I'm not sure where he is, but I think he's had a pretty successful eating week. And maintained probably, or even dropped those 3 pounds would be my guess based on what I see him eating here at home this week. I already have my meal plan done for next week, and I have my groceries bought. So I'm excited to continue into this next week and finish out January strong. So I will be updating every week my little weight loss chart for you guys to see, and I'll be putting those up on the screen as I talk some. So that's it for today.